This is real life teens.
No matter what we're doing, we're either helping it or decreasing it, and we're destroying tons of plants and animals. And you take all the humans off the earth, plants and animals would thrive. Take all the plants and animals off the earth, the humans would die off.
No matter how many people there are that are willing to go green, there's still going to be a bunch of people who are like, no, just, leave me alone.
If you recycle, you make a difference.
I mean, there's so many species that just disappear, but then there's so many species that are created by adaptation.
And even in the animal kingdom, if things don't change, then things die. I mean, the animals don't know how to change to their environment that's slowly, melting away, and so they're dying.
They say that global warming isn't occurring, and it's clear that the consensus in science is that it is. It would be a fallacy for corporations like oil corporations or whatever to say that global warming isn't occurring, because it is.
Teens may think of global warming as their parents' problem, but eventually teens will be faced to deal with the consequences. Parents and grandparents may have been part of the problem, but teens will face the effects of global warming and climate change.
It doesn't sound like a lot, just a couple of degrees warming, but what that can mean is some really, really hot heat waves, and it'll change the way that rain happens. It'll mean a lot heavier rainstorms and possibly longer drought periods.
Like, the people who think it's not that bad really don't know how bad it could be, and the people who think it is bad kind of exaggerate it and don't know some variables in it.
Because if the Arctic starts to melt, but however those resources that's stored in Arctic will be open to everyone, but the problem is who's going to be in charge of it.
Meat and dairy products use a lot of resources. By eating one less serving of red meat per week, you save up to 2,600 gallons of water and 650 pounds of greenhouse pollution a year.
So they have poop and they have gas that comes out of them. Both of those things cause the food that they eat to, when it comes out, come out as methane. Methane is a greenhouse gas agent, just like CO2. It's actually 10 times worse than CO2. It's fortunately less concentrated in the atmosphere as CO2 and doesn't live as long. But as long as we have like millions of cows that we have in the world being raised to produce food for people, those cows are basically emitting methane that is much more powerful at global warming than the CO2 is.
The consequences may become irreversible and devastating.
And I just think that it's good that we're progressing through life and everything, but I think we need to make a change and try to stop global warming.
So I think if everyone just works together and kind of just talks to one another, so we're all to one understanding, and just try to help, it won't get to a problem where it's something serious.